So now students, see, now we will see the present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. Now this tense is a little tricky one because you have to understand based on the situation, like which tense will exactly come. Right. See, what happens here, the rule is, for sure you can remember the rule that has or have you will use with the past participle form of the word. Okay. So has or have a past participle of the verb is the rule. But we have to know also when to use the present perfect tense, because see here the past participle is being used. So this is the thing that makes a little confusing when we are using the present, when to use present perfect tense and when to use a past simple tense. So see, the past simple tense is used when we are merely thinking of what happened in the past and when it happened. But in the present perfect, you use is used when we are thinking of the present result of the past activity. Something happened in the past, and what is the resultant present? In when you are thinking of the present resultant, in those cases you use the present perfect tense. And the main interest is not about the past. What happened in the past is not the main activity, but what happened in the past, how it is impacting the present. That is the main interest here. So it draws the attention towards the present relevance of the past activity. Something happened in the past. Due to that happening, how it is actually impacting the present, how it is actually affecting the present. That is actually the cause when you are using the present perfect tense. One example here I have cited, like you can see, I lost my pen yesterday. I lost my pen yesterday. This lost word itself has it is a past activity that happened yesterday. Pen is lost. Something I have lost, I am telling about that. That is a past activity. It is gone already. The second sentence you can say, I have lost my pen. I have lost. I am using here have with the past participle lost. I have lost my pen. Present perfect tense. Why I am writing here I have lost my pen? Because due to which I am unable to write down. Suppose your parents or your mother is telling you, why don't you write your homework? I have lost my pen. That means at that present situation, it is impacting. You're not able to complete your homework because your pen is not with you right at that moment. What? Why? Why it is not that with you at the moment? Because something happened in the past with that pen. It is already lost. So both the actions you can see it looks similar, but how we are using it, it differs. I lost my pen yesterday. Talks about the past simple past simple tense or the simple past tense. But when you talk about I have lost my pen, it shows you the present perfect tense, how it is impacting it at the present. Okay, I hope you have got what is the basic idea about the present perfect tense. We will learn more uses, obviously. Just I'm telling because this tense is not that simple just to remember one rule and go further. We need to understand its cause and impact, how we use this. That is very important. While reading a question, you should be able to, you need to visualize the situation, whether it's a past activity, whether it's impacting the present, and based on that, you can use your correct tense. Okay, let's move with the other rules when you're using the present perfect tense. We'll see the rules of the present perfect tense. We have understood when to use present perfect tense, how to differentiate when to use the past simple tense and when to use the present perfect tense. Now we will know about the different rules that need to be in our mind when we are using the present perfect tense. So it is used to express an action which has been completed recently. Recently an action has been completed. In those cases, we use to show that action by using the present perfect tense. How? Let's see the example here. His father has just come back from office. See here, has, as per the rule, has or have this past participle form of the verb. So has and come. Has come. Come is the past participle form of the verb come. Come, came, come. So has come will be the correct answer here. And just, we are using just to show the action that is an immediate past. That is an immediate past. Similarly, have you ever seen London? See, have and see. This is the past perfect tense and we are using ever. Ever is generally used to ask the questions. Okay. Any questions you want to, have you ever been to London? So that is, ever is used. We can use ever. So just, ever, these words also comes in the use when you are using the present perfect tense. I don't need that book. I have read it already. I don't need that book. I have read, see here. I have read it already. Have read shows our present perfect tense. Already is shown because you something has already happened, so you don't want to repeat it. Okay, so in that case, we use already also. Now the lights have just gone out. Have gone. So go, went, gone. So gone is a past participle form of go. Have gone just to show the immediate past. They have not arrived yet. They have not arrived yet. See here, we are using a negative sentence, not arrived yet, and yet has been used. So yet is generally used for negative sentences or to even ask questions. Also, you can use yet, like uh, haven't you dressed up yet? Like that also you can ask. You can ask questions also using yet. So in this case also, this is a present perfect tense. Have arrived. So see, this is arrived. Arrived is a past participle form of the verb arrive. Okay. So it is very important to remember the past participle form of the verbs, that is V3 forms, whenever you are using the present perfect tense. Okay. Clear? The first rule is clear. Now we will move to the next rule. Now let's see the second rule. Present perfect tense is also used to refer to an action that is completed in the past but whose time of completion is not precisely stated. The exact time is not precisely stated and it tells an action completed in the past. In those cases also we use present perfect tense. See, present is there, but you are referring to the action that is completed in the past and the precise timing is not stated. Example, we have never known him to be honest. See, we have never known to him to be honest, right? So here, have known is the use of the what? The verb form have plus the past participle form of the know. So have never known him to be honest. So he has been to Japan. He has been to Japan. When the precise timing is not stated here. He has been to Japan. Man has conquered space and time. Man has conquered space and time. Exact specific time or the specific precise time is not like written here or it is not stated here. Man has reached the moon. Man has reached the moon. The specific time or it has already reached. We know that the man has already reached. So in these cases, we use the present perfect tense. Has reached. Has conquered. Has been. Have known. Okay. Have never known. So such sentences tells the second rule that it is referring to the actions that has taken place or completed, that has completed in the past and the precise time has not been stated. The completion of the time of completion is not precisely stated in the statement. In those cases, we use the present perfect tense. Clear? Now, the next rule, the present perfect tense is used to express completed action whose effect still continues. Okay. The action has already completed, but its effect is still there. It is still continuing. Example, the Kargil war has ended. The Kargil war has ended means the war has ended. But due to the war, lots of problem is still continuing. People has to overcome with many of the things in the surrounding. So our Kargil war has ended. We are using has ended and we can't just simply say the Kargil war ended. Has ended because its impact is still there. And they have done their work. They have done their work. That means the work has been done. By completing that work, it is like fruitful or maybe it is good for something or it is going to help for the next work to continue. It is in the present situation, it has its impact. So in those situations, we use have done and not only simply just done their work. They have done their work. The children have eaten all the sweets. The children have eaten all the sweets. Means the sweets are over. There is no more sweets left, right? Have eaten all the sweets. It has the impact till now. Clear? So whenever the action has been completed, but its effect is still there or it continues, in those cases we use present perfect tense. Clear with this rule? Now we'll move to the next rule. So our next rule, used to express an action which began in the past and still continues. Begin in the past and it is still continuing. In those cases, we use the present perfect tense. Let's see the examples to understand that in a better way. I have lived in this house for 15 years. I have lived for 15 years. Miss, still you are living in the same house. Okay, similarly, he has waited here since morning. He is still waiting. Similarly, another sentence, she has taught at this school for 10 years. Means she is still teaching in that school. Okay, so the actions already started at some point of time in the past and still it is continuing. In those cases, we use the present perfect tense. Clear with this rule? Next, we will move with the last rule of present perfect tense. Okay. So the last rule of present perfect tense, used with since and for. You use your since and for when measuring time up to the present, and past tense is never used in these cases. We don't use the past tense when you use the since or for when measuring the time up to the present. See, like up to the present means it has its impact in the present time. Like he has been here since 1990. Since 1990, he has been here. We are using since. So when we use since, we tell how it has been started at some point, some period of time, and till now it has its impact. Till 1990, sorry, since 1990 it has started. Specific time is there, but till now it has like continuing. So he has been here since 1990. You haven't written to me for 6 months. You haven't written to me for 6 months means total length of time it has been already told that for 6 months you have not written to me. In these cases also we use the present perfect tense. So you can see how the since and for is being used. Since starts at a specific point of time, it has its impact till now. For tells a length of time. A length of time up to now. Okay. So you haven't written to me for 6 months. I haven't eaten custard since my childhood. Since my childhood. Childhood is a specific time from where it started till now I haven't ate. Okay. I have used this scooter since 1988. 1988. From that point of time till now, the scooter has not been used. So it is telling us from where it started. So suppose a specific time has been given from there it started. In those cases, you use since. But if you're telling about a length, then you use for. Like he has taught English for 20 years now. Till now, it has been 20 years. So you're not saying that it has started from 2000 or 2001. In those cases, it's since 2000, since 1900. But when you're telling it for 20 years, for 10 years, it has already continued until now it is continued. Both the cases till now it has its impact up to the time, means the time up to the present it is showing. But the word since and for has different, for and since it has different use when you are representing the sentences, and the past tense will never be used in since or for sentences. Very clear? When you find a since or for in the sentence, you will not use past tense there. Clear? So I think you all are clear with what is present perfect tense, how it is different from the past simple tense, when and how to recognize which tense to be used in the sentences based on all these rules. Many examples we have gone through. When we will go through the practice questions, you will be more clear. But I hope for now it is clear to you all.